Leather is just one of those materials that everyone's scared to get dirty, or even more terrified to clean. Well, fear not. Linda Cobb, the Queen of Clean, is here to help us give the leather in our lives a little TLC. Hello.
Hi, Steph. How are you?
You know that I love to have a nice purse and stuff like that, but again, you get one pen mark on it, ruined, it seems like.
I know, but we're going to talk about some easy ways to see that that doesn't happen.
Okay.
So the first thing I want to talk to you about today is what to do if you have a water stain on leather.
Okay.
Now, as long as it's shiny leather, that means that it's not suede or it doesn't have this back nap showing.
Okay.
You can do this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a damp sponge, and then you're going to just rub it over the water stain to re-moisten it. And then you're going to simply let that dry.
Okay.
Generally, that's enough to take away the water stain. Another thing you can do, and I know you've been looking at this and looking at this, wondering what the heck I'm doing here.
I'm excited about this. You always have some tricky little thing that you never would expect.
Well, we're going to take some white bread and we're going to roll it up.
I'm going to do it with you.
Go ahead. And we're going to start, and you just roll it back and forth over the leather. And it's going to start to kind of crumble. But it's the oil and the starch in the bread that takes care of the water damage. And just kind of roll it back and forth. Then what I do if I'm doing this in the house is I pick up the big pieces and grab the vacuum and vacuum up the little pieces.
Okay.
And remember, we're not just talking leather furniture. We're talking leather car seats and everything like that too.
That's tremendous because, you know, in the car especially, you know, that happens.
Exactly. So that's all you do with the white bread.
Couches.
And you're making way more of a mess than I am. Boy,
There are no water stains to be found.
This is not going to be good for lunch tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. Okay, now let's talk about what to do if you have pins marks on your purse or on your briefcase or on any leather at all.
I hate that.
And you know, sometimes this works immediately. Sometimes you're going to have to leave this on for about 24 hours. But what you're going to do is take regular cuticle remover. Now this is the non-oily cuticle remover. And remember, I'm not saying nail polish remover, I'm saying cuticle remover.
How do you know that it's non-oily?
It won't say oily on it.
Okay.
If it says oily, don't
get it.
get it.
If it says oily, that's not the right
what
one.
I'm going to do is I'm going to just squeeze some out onto it. Now, lots of times you'll have to leave it on overnight, but let's give it a try and see what happens here. And you're just going to take a paper towel or soft cloth, and you're going to wipe. Well,
oh, look at you.
That's going to come right off.
The Queen of Clean strikes again.
Look at that. But remember, if it doesn't come off the first time, leave it on for about 24 hours and then wipe again and see if you can get it off.
Great suggestion.
Works pretty much every single time.
I like that it works for vinyl as well. Smart.
It does. It really does. Now in vinyl, since it's not leather, you can use a little rubbing alcohol to put it on a Q-tip and rub it over it and it'll work.
Okay.
Okay, now I want to teach you about making what is called hide food. And what that means is food that nourishes. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take some linseed oil.
Okay.
You can buy this at hardware stores and home centers. We're going to take 2 parts. So I'm going to dump it into a jar that has a lid. Then to that, I'm going to add 1 part of white vinegar. So I'm going to fill that about halfway full, put it in, and then always before you use it, you want to shake. Exactly.
Shake, shake, shake. Put a little heart into it. Come on, Queen of Clean. Give it a little shake.
There we go. We just had some music. And you're going to do it just like you're making salad dressing.
Okay.
And then you're going to take a cloth and you're just going to apply it. Now the important thing about this is that it's to nourish the leather. So you're going to work it in. You're going to give it a couple of minutes to penetrate, maybe up to 5 minutes. Then taking a soft cloth, you're just going to take that cloth and you're going to buff.
Nice and shiny that came.
The thing that's important is you want to buff and buff and buff so you get all of it off so that when you sit down on it, you don't leave anything on your clothes.
Can you do that for shoes too?
You can. It works great. Now another product that I want to talk to you about. Well, this, whenever it starts to look dry, you want to get right on it. Now a product that I have come to love is called Leather CPR. And it actually gives life to your leather. It's a conditioner and a cleaner, and because it's clear, you can use it on any color leather. All you're going to do is dip your sponge in, and this comes with the applicator. You're going to work it in, and then you're simply going to buff it off. And because it's a cleaner and conditioner, because it's clear, you can use it on any color leather. And look what a nice job that does.
That made a really huge difference.
And feel how nice it feels, too. It really leaves it soft.
Oh, it does.
And it will keep the leather from cracking and splitting, keep it clean. And if you have those recliners with that dirty, oily mark on the back where your head is all the time, this is fantastic for that. So you can use it in your car, you can use it in your home, either one.
So couches, handbags, shoes, the car.
Absolutely.
The choices are
Belts,
endless.
Anything that you have that's leather, you can use that on. Same thing with hide food. As long as it's not napped leather, you can use it on any any leather that you have. Just make sure you buff, buff, buff when you're using this.
I love seeing you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for keeping our leather safe.
As always.